Chris, I guess starting off, after 2 weeks, what are your impressions so far of the offense and how you guys have fared?
I think we're strong. I think we got a lot of playmakers on our team that make plays for us when we need. And I think up front, we're pretty sound in what we're trying to do. I think we make progress every day, and that's something that we pride ourselves on, and we work hard in that aspect. So.
What did you see in a young Bill O'Brien in his mid-90s when you hired him as a GA? Did you see him as a sharp guy? You're not surprised at that?
He's a Brown graduate. That doesn't mean he's a sharp guy. It's just he went to Brown. But I think he was. It's all those coaches I've had that have moved on to better, bigger jobs and all that. They've all worked. They had the one thing that you need to have is great work habits. There was no hours in the day, and they just continued that. You couldn't give them enough information to make them better coaches, and then they did. They're film jockeys. They're always watching film and trying to get better, and not just in their position, but in all the positions. That's what the good coaches can coach them all. You get guys that's specifically one position. Those guys don't go far because it's a team game. You got to know the whole gamut: offense, defense, kicking game, and again, I thought Billy, came up through the ranks the right way. He learned, he got better, and he continued to get better. And I mean, it didn't surprise me that he had the success he had at New England, success he's had when I was at Georgia Tech with him and stuff, but. Again, I think he's taken a tough situation up at Penn State and really done a great job with it.
In front of you on the defensive line, we've seen some new bodies coming in to try to get a little bit more pass rush generated. Mm-hmm. What are you seeing when you're looking at film? What do you think needs to happen just to get to the quarterback a little bit more, especially now as you come up against a Penn State team that's bigger up front, that's got a true freshman at quarterback?
Right. In film, we've been watching a lot, kind of just seeing what they do, what their tendencies are with their feet, whether it be how they're dropping back or whatever it is. But I think our defensive line has really been keying in on that. And they've been working hard, and they've been getting a good pass rush, and I've definitely been seeing it in practice when they do one-on-ones with our offensive line. They really do work hard.
You call him up to arrange this series, or at least partly play a role in it. What is it going to mean when you're on that sideline, you look across, and you see a guy that you helped bring along on the opposite sideline?
This is UCF Penn State. It has nothing to do about us. He knows that. I mean, I'll say hello to him before the game, and I'll say, stay healthy after the game. That's about what I'd say. And otherwise, it's business. Ask him how his family's doing, stuff like that. But this is UCF Penn State. This is not myself, himself. I mean, I have enough of those guys in coaching now that if I worried about stuff like that, I wouldn't be able to coach on that. I think you just want your kids to go out and be representative of UCF the best way we can, play the best to our ability, and that's all I'm going to ask of our players.
What are some things you think that you can do defensively when you're facing a true freshman quarterback? Mm-hmm. How do you try to take advantage of that? I mean, he's only played 2 games in college. Do you try to do some things to maybe confuse him or to take advantage of his inexperience?
Right. With a freshman quarterback, he's only played 2 games, but you have to really do a lot of disguising, just moving around. And showing a little bit of pressure, showing no pressure. It's one of those things where you just kind of got to mess with the head. But based on what we have going in, we have some of that.
Fans, 5-game season tickets are now available for this year's football season, starting at $89. You can get them by calling the UCF ticket office at 407-UCF-1000 or go online at ucfknights.com.